We welcome you back here in Notre Dame, Indiana, on the campus of Holy Cross College here. Holy Cross Women's Soccer Media Day right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Again, check out every single Holy Cross women's home match at Saints Field on our website at rrsn.com and on our Facebook as well. Tanner Camp, and I'm happy to be joined with Olivia Shaw, the product of Valparaiso, Indiana. And Olivia, I talked with Omar earlier about this, and last year was just one of those seasons where the record does not indicate with all the injuries and how you guys had to persevere through so much, and to be able to have that 6-6-7 record and sneak your way into the postseason tournament. I tell you what, like, that takes a lot of mental strength for a team to have to just persevere and get ready. Just your initial thoughts on looking back on last season.
No, I think looking back on last season, I think it was when girls were getting injured, like persevering. I think a lot of that energy like came off the bench and just like supporting each other, like not taking your injuries super to heart and just like realizing like we're in this together and just kind of pushing through that perseverance together and just knowing, just lean on each other and just get us through each game, one game at a time. So I think that was how we kind of got through last year. It's just realizing it's bigger than yourself and just do it for the team, because the injured players can't be on the field. So when you're on the field, just give it 110%. And I think girls saw that, and it was just easier to support the girls on the field when you're like on the bench and stuff like that, and just helping each other out in that moment.
And, you know, Olivia, I think that's the part. Every time I've been to a lot of these matches over the last couple of years, and I think the part that I like is, like you mentioned, even when players are injured, they're basically trying to be another player on the field and helping with commands or letting them, or just helping them with direction of where to go, or ready if there's a player from the opposing team. I mean, and it's the part that, like, this truly is a team that cares about one another, not just from the player standpoint, but just from almost like just a sisterhood standpoint. And I always preach with that, because with sisterhood, you want to be friends, you want to be great, but you also have to push each other if you want to have that level of expectation. This is a team that at full strength, again, I believe could see hosting in the postseason play. So just tell us a little bit about that camaraderie that you guys have had, and just the importance of that when it comes to those matches.
No, I think being a fifth year, I think looking back, it's just like building that culture and teaching the younger girls that it's a family here. We care about each other. Like, it's just building that culture. And I think not only me, but my other fellow seniors have kind of lifted that, and we've kind of made that one of our very big team values, because I think Omar also preaches it as well, that we're a family.
Well, let's take a look from you. When you first came, of course, as you said, went to Valparaiso High School. When you first came, let's just kind of go back to that, when you were on that recruiting process. What kind of really drew you to come to Holy Cross? Because keep in mind, I told the stat to Coach Gallo, spring of 2019, 6 players were a part of that roster, and now you have 27 on the team. And that is really about that trusting the process that Coach Gallo preaches and talks about. So just take me back to when you were first being recruited, and what drew you to come to Holy Cross and put on a Saints uniform?
So it's kind of funny. So I actually knew Coach Omar beforehand, so he kind of knew of me and everything like that, and he just kind of reached out. When he reached out, I wasn't committed anywhere yet, so I think he tried his best to recruit me and just put me in the plans for the future and stuff. And I think that's what kind of drew me, because I didn't want to be another number. I think what drew me in the most is him having that confidence, him talking about where he wanted to get the program to be.
So, Olivia, we got the schedule. That's right here. Obviously, you guys played Ball State the other night, and a 1-0 loss against Ball State is just still, despite win or loss, that is a phenomenal result against a team like the Cardinals there. When you take a look at this schedule here, of course, Cardinal Stritch no longer going to be playing because of their university shutting down. Trinity International the same way, and CCSJ not playing. When you look at this schedule here, what's one that you're going to take a red pen, or you're going to find a pencil and you're going to be like, that's a team that I want to beat for this upcoming season?
There's a couple, but I think Olivet is one. I would say Olivet or Trinity Christian. Those are the two teams we've never beat before. Trinity Christian, we've gotten a point in the past, but it's never been a win. But I think Olivet, more importantly, that comes in the middle of season. It comes in a point where have to have that motivation, and we really have to come together as a team, because the teams after that, the teams before that, are going to be tough. And I think Olivet sets us up for going on the road to St. Ambrose.
So finally, we'll give you a wrap up here, Olivia. Fill in this blank here. Olivia Shaw and the Holy Cross College Saints are going to have a great season if this happens. Fill in the blank.
If we stay healthy.
That's always a good one.
No, I think if we stay healthy, if we stay confident, I think is a really big one. If we stay confident, we have the players, we have the team, we have our values, we have our vision, we know what we want to accomplish. It's, can we be confident going into those games? Can we know that we can win? Is it a matter of staying on top of that? Coming from Ball State, even though we got a loss, like it was 1-0, like we played up to Ball State, and I think we have to take that game and the standard that we played in that game and carry it throughout the whole season. And I think our preseason non-conference games are definitely going to help with our conference play, but we need to stay confident in ourselves, in the team, and each other, and take it as a family, build each other up, and I think we can be really successful and do special things this year.
Well, Olivia, we are looking forward to getting to see you back out on the field. Best of luck to you and the entire Saints team this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, Olivia Shaw, the product of Valparaiso High School from Valpo, Indiana. Again, you can see her on the field as well as all the other Saints for Holy Cross Women's Soccer, which, again, August 19th, not going to want to miss that one. That's their home in a non-conference against Grace. 11 a.m. kickoff time, 10:45 a.m. Eastern for our pregame show. Again, we thank you for tuning in to Holy Cross College Women's Soccer Media Day right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.